Welcome to Prelude to Ulysses. It's your host, Vernal Guba. Today, hold up. We're going to be reading something out of this. Delicious Laughter, Rambunctious Teachings from the Mathwani by Rumi. Rambunctious Teaching Stories from the Mathwani. We are at The Trick of Hiding in a Box. It's so long. God, The Trick of Hiding in a Box. This world is a small piece of brocade. B-R-O-C-A-D-E. Fuck, I don't know what that word is. Words were all upside down. Axle. Bine. B-I-N-E. It's a twining plant stem. Like a plant stem that braids itself? Woodbine. The fuck? That sounds cool. Yard. Right. Wrist. World. Worm. Wood pigeon. Withdraw. Wood bine. Any of several climbing vines, such as a European honeysuckle, or a Virginia creeper. Brocade. Lemon. O. Bow. Brackish. It means slight salt or briny taste? That's not what I thought. What are we looking for? Brocade. Button. Butt joint. Oh. It's not funny at all. Bullfight. Buckle. Bronco. Broke. Broadside. Oh, it's right here. Brogue. Broccoli. Brocade. Fabric woven with an elaborate raised design, often using gold or silver thread. Verb, to weave with a raised design or figure. Brocade. So the brocade is actually something you wear. This world is a small piece of brocade, a preposterous frontispiece. I'm going to assume that's just something that you, at the beginning of a wonderful book, this world is a small piece of brocade, a preposterous frontispiece at the beginning of a wonderful book. Frontispiece. Is that your thesis? Is that your flowery words? H-I-J-K-L. Wait, wrong way. Human interest. Hot boy. Oh, hot. Ho boy. What? What's oboe? H-A-U-T-B-O-Y. Or it could be spelled B-O-I-S. Hot boys. That's an oboe, I guess. What are we looking up? Frontispiece. H-I-J-K-F. Wait, A-B-C-D-E-F. H-I-J-K-F? H-I-J-K-F and F-N-L-M-O-P? Gridiron. Grandparent. Gore. Goose pimples. Gag order. Fustic. F-U-S-T-I-C. The wood of a large tropical American tree. Chlorophyra tinctoria. Of the mulberry family, yielding a light yellow dye. The tree itself. Number 3, the dye. Fustic. Number 4, any of several other dye woods. Fulcrum. Fulcrum. What am I doing? Frontispiece. What's on this page? H-I. Frog, front page. Frontispiece. A person who lives on the frontier. That's what a frontiersman is. Frontispiece is, one, an illustrated leaf preceding the title page of a book. Oh, the jacket, the book jacket. Number two, a facade of a building, or a part of a facade, often highlighted by ornamentation. All right, let's get to reading. This world is a small piece of brocade, a preposterous frontispiece at the beginning of a wonderful book. Anyone who believes this place is all there is, let him or her, be called king of the world or queen of the world. You can call me either one. Oh, body, you have enslaved so many free men and women for so long. Quit plotting for a moment. Be free from yourself a little while before you die. I'll get out of this body every once in a while. Or if you're like a heavily loaded donkey, I am so like that. Or a old well bucket, yeah, sure, with no way to go but down, then leave my spirit alone. Well buckets don't have anywhere to go but down. They're in a circle of servitude. Poor buckets. Heavily loaded donkey is also your best fucking friend, asshole Rumi. Sorry. Leave my spirit alone. Again, I don't know how many times I've told you. There's a ton of underlined things. There's half of this book is underlined. Find some other companion. I'm finished playing your games. Beguile someone else. Say goodbye to me. You have taken almost my entire life. Find some other victim. That's what you say to donkeys. Which reminds me of the story of Juhi and his wife, Juhi. Every year when they got poor, poor season. Yeah, I used to have that twice a year. Juhi would turn to his wife and say, "Sweetheart, you still have your traps and lures intact. Go out and catch us some game. Lay snares for a big bird. Show us the bait, but withhold it. Let him know what he wishes for, but disappoint him. Let him look at what he wanted from inside the trap." That's fucked up. So his wife went to the local judge. "Sir, my husband will not support me as he should. He doesn't give me what I need." That's the way she began. And to cut the story short, the judge was hooked by her flirtatious ways of saying that my husband wants me to go. Well, I mean, he's also saying be mean to the things you catch. It's weird. The judge leaned in and said, "There's too much commotion in this courtroom. If you could meet me at my house, then we could discuss in detail how your husband has mistreated you." The young wife replied, "But I'm sure that there, as here, there'll be a constant coming and going of people who will want to talk with you." Okay. That was bad. She doesn't want to go to the judge's house because there, just as here, there'll be people who want to talk with him. When the house of the brain fills with a wanting, your heart gets crowded with anxieties. The rest of your body may be undisturbed, but in your chest, there's constant traffic. Find a safe haven instead. In the strong autumn wind of awe, let last year's peonies blow off their stems. Those flowers must go so the new buds can grow. It's for the sake of new growth that the trees of the It's for the sake of new growth that the tree of the heart exists. Put your vanity. Hi, Bug. Where'd you go? Bug. It's for the sake of new growth that the tree of the heart exists. Put your vanity to rest, sleep and escape, and wake with a new wakefulness, like the cave sleepers who were deeply awake, though they seemed not to be. Back to the judge and the young wife. What shall we do, sweet one? We could go to my house. No one is there. My husband is gone to the country. Oh, this is the wife talking. My husband has gone to the country. It'll be very private. Come at night. No one will see you. Come when everyone's asleep, as though they drunk too much wine, dead asleep, as though they'd been beheaded by the huge black executioner. Night. What are they talking about? So, hold on. Let's back up. So, everything's fake. That's how this starts. Everything's fake. Don't even fucking worry about it. This entire world is like a fucking jacket to a real book. I throw those things in the garbage. Because I'm a book collector. I'll collect jackets. And then it says, you know, if you got a bunch of baggage, get the fuck away from me. You know what this reminds me of? I'm just paraphrasing. Reminds me of this lady. She had a husband, and a husband, he's all like, hey, we're broke. Why don't you go catch some birds? And, like, be mean to those birds, too. Like, let them see the fucking thing. And she's like, oh, my God, I'm going to the judge. I'm going to the judge. Listen, my husband's a fucking piece of shit. I guess she's been flirting with him, too. The judge, and the judge's like, yeah, man, come on over. And then it goes off for a second where he's like, hey, don't want too much because, like, your heart's all fucking busy and, you know, just like you're like a tree. Like, there's, like, caves and stuff. That was the metaphor. And it says to shed your wantings once a year at least. So I think maybe he's talking about how the husband's right. Stop loving sometimes so you can love hard. Fucking hard. Okay, no, we got this. Back to the judge and the young wife. What shall we do, sweet one? We could go to my house. This is the wife talking. No one is there. My husband has gone to the country. It'll be very private. Come at night. No one will see you. Come when everyone's asleep, as though they drunk too much wine, dead asleep, as though they've been beheaded. Oh, wait, I've read a bunch of this, didn't I? Black Executioner. Night. There's so much more. Oh my God. The judge watched her lips move as she said all this. Such excitement she wove around him. Women can do this very easily. Satan often talked cunningly with Adam. But only when Eve told him to eat did he eat. And Cain's violence was caused by a woman too. Was it? I thought that... I don't remember Cain and Abel, I guess. I thought that they just were fighting. God told them to kill each other or something. I don't remember. The Bible's dumb. But it was caused by a woman too, apparently. And remembers Noah's wife. She was always undermining the words of his prophecy. He'd be frying some meat, and she'd slip stones in the skillet. She she sent secret. What does that means? Something, but I don't know what. I bet that back in the day, when spices were more scarce than they are these days, people would season with a pebble. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Why would she throw stone at his food? That's weird, but maybe I'm right. She sent secret messages to people. This is Noah's wife. Don't let this man influence you. He's mistaken. The infinite guile of women. Oh, don't let this man influence you. He's mistaken. And then it's like the infinite guile of women. I don't know what the word guile means. Guile. Opened up right to the wrong page. C, D, E, F, G. Gopher. Grist. Half-life. Habitude. Gun. What am I looking up? Guile. Gully. Gully. Guile, insidious cunning in attaining a goal. Crafty. Oof, she's crafty. She gets around. Or artful deception. Duplicity. Do you ever want to read a book? Nope. The infinite guile of women. This is totally... okay. Let's see if the women are the problem. Maybe we'll find out here. So the wise judge came at night to make love with Juhi's wife. She had set the table with 2 candles, a sweet dessert, and wine. Was it like a salty pancake to dessert? Salty pancake and wine. I can do without these, he said. I'm already drunk with wanting you. At that moment, Juhi knocked on... I've changed the judge's voice. Don't focus too hard on that. At that moment, Juhi knocked on the door, his own door. The judge looked for a place to hide. Why do you knock on your own door? There was only an old chest. He climbed in, trembling. Judges, they shake. You can hear all the change in their pockets. So bored. Climbed in, trembling. Enter Juhi. Oh, wife, why are you always complaining? I have sacrificed everything for you, but still you call me a pauper and a cuckold. I remember finding out that cuck was a word that's in the dictionary, but I don't remember what it was. Cockspur, that's a North American hawthorn. What was I looking up? Cockled. Cockled? Cuckold. Crossfire. Daunt. Dashiki. Hey, Bug. Glad you're back. I'll let you outside later. Cuckoo? Cuckoo. That's why I was thinking of cuck. Because cuckoos do that. The cuckoo bird sleeps with... Wait. Whoa. Okay, so cuckold is the husband of an unfaithful wife. To make a cuckold of a husband is to cuckold somebody. A cuckoo is any of various, usually slim, stout-billed, long-tailed birds of the order Cucuformales. Cuculiformes. of worldwide distribution. Many species noted for their brood parasitism. 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 Number 2, a common cuckoo. European. Monotonous repeated call. Number 3, the call of this cuckoo or an imitation of it. Number 4, imitation. Cuckoo. A crazy, silly, or foolish person. Number 5, to utter or imitate the call of the cuckoo. Number 6, to repeat monotonously. Number 7, to repeat monotonously. Number 8, to repeat monotonously. Number 9, to repeat monotonously. Number 10, crazy, silly, or foolish. Cuckold. The latter is your fault, and the former comes from existence. I own nothing now but this chest. I own nothing now but this chest, which has indeed become a source of suspicion in the community. People think it's full of gold, and so no one will give me any charity. Can you hang on? I'm a creep. I'm old Bilbo Baggins. I'm walking to Mount Doom. It's pretty scary. He's talking about the chest. The judge inside who has yet to... There you go. You live down there now? Oh, I'm sorry. It's an attractive piece, isn't it? But it's quite empty, believe me. Fuck, shit, and fart, and fuck. But it's quite empty, believe me. In fact, it's a perfect metaphor for hypocrisy. Handsome and dignified outside, but a snake within. Emptiness and a snake are two different things. Snakes are awesome. Emptiness is too. Tomorrow, I'll carry it out into the middle of the bazaar and publicly burn it so that everyone can see that nothing was in it. She's like, thinks everyone's talking about his chest. In my experience, when you think that everyone's talking about something of yours, nobody is. Because no one ever talks about you. No, cried the wife. There's no need for that. But Juhi was determined. He repeated his plan several times. Early the next morning, he hired a porter to carry the chest, and as the porter was going along, the judge decided it was time to act. You slept in there? Porter, oh porter. The man looked right and left. Is this the voice of God, or is it a genie calling to me? More shouts in quick succession. This is not a revelation. This is coming from inside the chest. His own chest. A lover of world things has put himself in just such a box. Though he appears to be free, he can see nothing but the inside of his chosen chest. He moves from tomb to tomb. I like that. Okay. But, I mean, he hid on purpose for some reason. There is no end to this subject. The judge said, go tell the court deputy to come and buy this chest and take it, unopened, to the judge's house. Lord, appoint such powerful helpers to get us out of our body boxes. No one but the prophets and the saints can do that. Among thousands, there are only a few who know that they are trapped inside a chest. Whoa. So now the judge is saying this. The judge is smart. Such a one gets a glimpse of the spiritual world. He recognizes his own lost camel, and now he's certain where to go. But some have never felt the delights of freedom. They know only the dark box of phenomena. They move from cage to cage. In the Quran it says, if you have power, pass beyond. It also says, If there is no way to do this except through divine inspiration. There is a pleasure in going from chest to chest, a kind of stupefying novelty, but there comes a time for some when, like the judge, they want out. So when I last said that all of this is being said by the judge, I don't think so anymore. I think when he says, go tell the court deputy to come by this chest and take it unopened to the judge's house. I think that should be the end of that sentence, because it starts with, Lord, appoint such powerful helpers to get us out of our body boxes. And I don't think that the judge is actually saying that, despite the lack of punctuation. I think there's a bit of a typo right there. I'm not going to freak out. There is no way to do this except for divine inspiration. There's a pleasure in going from chest to chest, blah, 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 blah. But like everybody, the judge wants out. A sign of one is one of those is the urgency of the weeping. The deputy came to the market, oh my God, where the old chest had been brought. How much do you want for it? Juhi answers, they're offering me 900 dinars, but I can go no lower than 1,000. Do you have that much? Have you no shame in your short felt tunic? The chest is obviously not worth that much. Juhi replied, well, maybe you're right. And it's certainly wrong to be buying something in the dark. I'll open the chest, and if it's not worth what I'm asking, don't buy it. The deputy quickly insisted, keep the lid on, I want to buy it as is. The haggling continued for a while longer. Finally, the chest was sold to the court deputy for 100 dinars, and the judge was lugged home. It's funny. Talked him down. That means there was probably no one offering him 900 dinars. Those of you who find your wickedness pleasant, it's like you're silently in your chest while spirit voices argue outside, trying to redeem you and let you out. A year after this, Juhi and his wife were again down to nothing. Clever wife, let's trick the judge one more time. What the fuck? What? She went to the courtroom with some other women, heavily veiled, and remained quiet so he wouldn't recognize her. But despite her coquettish looks, coquettish? Should we look it up? Oh, hey. Welcome home. I missed you. I think I've looked up coquettish before. Cyclotron? An accelerator in which particles move in spiral paths in a constant magnetic field. What if I was out of space again? I keep running out of space again on this thing. Okay, whatever. Shut up. Cotter. QRS. Coquette. A woman who flirts insincerely with men to win their admiration and attention. Huh. Why'd I read the word naked? Sorry, I got a lot of extra skin on my foot and peeling it off. I know you didn't want to hear that. No, I'm not saving it and putting it in pasta. Fucking toes. Just hang tight. You don't want to see it. Trust me. Oh, that's a big one. I walk extra hard on my left foot, probably due to a former injury that lasted a really long time. Okay, all right, I'll quit. All right, I'm going to pause it.